this goes. But definitely can be rough for Hodan. Hodan like I love the way Pomme just gets over there. Yeah, Pomme fair is very strong in this, and like Hodan can like bully bully characters a lot, but I just think Pomme has really good tools to deal with, especially like slower characters that can't really get as good approach options into it, especially in regards to recovery. Because like yeah, you could just do this. Love the fair slide into dash attack.
Like Pomme is just one of those characters that it feels like when played right, I taken from a lot of their inspiration, right? Like when played right, the pressure they can exert is insane. Like the movement they get is near second to none. But the problem with Hodan, like always with Hodan matchups, despite the amount of control you can have, sometimes Hodan just puts you into an unwinnable 50-50. You're just like, well,
oh yeah.
Yeah,
like
also charge
Hodan fair is very nice against Pomme recovery. Like it is quite hard. You made the workshop players kill each other on purpose? That's so big. Well, it originally had a key playing against Ripley, the bracket.
And honestly, I agree. That's pretty based.
Yeah, making workshop players kill each other. That's so awesome.
The sarcasm was real there.
No. I love the workshop characters. People are so like people are so cringe about them, and I don't get why. They're like rad.
Oh yeah.
I don't think any of them are. I love the Sweat Spirit finally coming back. I mean, this is peak Rivals. We're nearly 2 minutes in and no one's taking a stock.
Getting a kill on Hodan is hard. Like this character moves. Like we're seeing all these.
Hodan does have like, despite yeah, Hodan can be slow at times, but like Hodan can like have really strong burst movements and just like suddenly be somewhere completely different. It just doesn't quite have the control that you necessarily want.
Yeah, it's always like near set distances, like a couple different distances, but they're always like set between charge and uncharge up B, charge and uncharge side B, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But down special. Yeah, down special. And like these tools are so good, but not only they cover very specific angles, but you can almost, because of the utility of Sweat Spirits, you can force those angles pretty consistently.
That was the parry punish of all time.
just big fair.
Just big fair.
And he never goes into free fall. It never happens.
Yep. Well, that is Pomme, so.
Oh, that's true. We're just getting to see like an exercise in utility.
Nice DI. I mean, you're at like Pomme was at like 50.
Okay, pre-patch kills though.
Perhaps. I think if you're playing a Workshop Ditto, you should be allowed to just like play like first patch.
Yeah, that's fine. That's just all be broken.
Yeah.
So Pomme hasn't
really. They're gonna be broken together.
I want to say Pomme hasn't gotten that many changes.
Pomme has gotten a lot of changes.
But like she also has gotten a lot of changes, just not as.
No, she absolutely. Part of it's just like Pomme. Like, Pomme fair used to be egregious. Pomme's strong attacks used to last an extra 3 frames, both up strong and down strong. They lasted a reasonably long amount of time. They also used to only have 12 frames of end lag on hit. So 18 on whiff. Fair used to kill way earlier. You used to be able to manually release notes. Vince used to be stupid. There was a shadow patch recently that actually made it so. Oh, they're gonna close it out there. Sorry, I started nerding out about Pomme changes.
No, it's fine. Like it's weird, right? Because Pomme is.
They finally made Vince work correctly after a year, because Vince finally doesn't negate the hitbox of rock after it hits him. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's weird, right? Because the reason I say, right, like all 4 of the workshop characters got like bevies and bevies of changes, like Olympia, Malo, like with the infinite bomb stuff, making Hodan not like the most cringe platform fighter character to ever be released, where you're just like, hey,
fair.
Yeah, like just spam that button and you win. Like, no, they changed all of them, but it's just funny how Pomme, despite being probably the first or second most mechanically deep of the four.
Yeah.
She just has the least amount of spotlight.
She released it a spotlight, and it's because of like she had a lot of buttons that were like really a release dash attack was incredibly fucked up because it didn't have a blind spot. You could literally just face it anywhere, and you didn't have to think, and you just combo into fair or up air, and you just kill them instantly because pre-patch fair was also broken. Anyway, Spirit Tree, could seek to kill Pomme at the top. Honestly, again, I will always say this: if you are struggling against Pomme, take Pomme to triplats. Like Pomme can kill off the top, and I don't think this is a bad stage for Hodan. I think it's a good Hodan stage. Pomme struggles with top flat campering. And you might think, oh, up air big, but like up air's slow as fuck. It's frame 13, which actually isn't that slow, but like it takes a bit to come out as like its arc, and she has to jump up kind of slowly. So you can really kind of just like play around that and top platform camper it. Obviously, maybe you don't want to both with the top platform camping, but like Pomme's worst stages are going to be like tri flats, and I think it's always something to keep in mind. And I don't blame someone for not necessarily taking her to one, but like it's something to keep in mind if you're ever fighting her.
It's a change up, right? Like instead of just trying to, hey, I want to counterplay my opponent's character, it's like, well, I also want to play to my own character's strengths. And Spirit Tree does that extremely well for Hodan in just about every way you can do it.
Yeah, Hodan can delete you off the top very early.
Just instantaneously, these charge up airs, utilizing platforms. These small platforms allow Hodan to shark like super reliably, but without ever really.
Yeah, it definitely is a good 8-2 recovery, which.
That too.
Yeah. Not gonna quick at the up air there.
Up air, he's been good to like intercept a lot of these sweat spirits when they've come out though. Like you've rarely seen them cover, like be littered across the stage, whether it be through parrying or use of that gigantic up air that Pomme has available. So again, a very nice parry there. Still no big openers though. It's been a lot of nickel and diming here from Key, which has made it hard.
No, for sure. And Pomme doesn't get that much off. Like Pomme's aerials actually don't do that much damage. If you go like up air does 6%. It's kind of weird. Like for how like much of a hit that is, it doesn't actually do that much like raw damage. But of course you could like chain them all together, and that's where that comes from. But like her aerials do surprisingly like low base damage for what you would expect for how much impact they seem to have.
That's the archetype of the character, right? Like you're gonna give a character float.
But like if Pomme's aerials did more damage, she would be a war crime. I'm glad they don't.
But that's why you have to play into it. That's why you learn your combo trees, and that's where. Oh, hello.
Very nice fair there.
That's where you gotta punish. That's where you gotta go in and find openings like that. Because Pomme, like, unless they're committing to up special super early, which doesn't make any sense. Like going deep for those edge guards, like. It's
if Pomme doesn't have down special up yet, you can kind of treat it like you're harassing like Frag trying to set up pillar, right?
Right.
Although for the fact that Pomme is more likely to set up further away from stage, especially because they buffed it to go in towards stage, which means you can kind of just set it out wherever you want. And also for some reason she can do it multiple times in one airtime, which is dumb, and I think they should remove that. But I'm gonna clean out the game there.
Also, I see y'all, Luna. I will hydrate.
Yeah, I'll hydrate as well.
That's some good water. Still, excellently played from PlushyPanic. I mean, we've been focusing a lot on Pomme for good reason. Character, as mentioned, is extremely mechanically deep and has a lot going on.
It's also my most played matchup, so.
Also that.
I also used to play her.
Also that. But so, it doesn't go to show. It goes to show like you can have a lot of these like these tools and these like checks and balances within your kit in order to like put together an extremely strong character. Yeah. Or you can play like the simple game, right? Where Hodan is just.
To be fair, Hodan isn't necessarily like that entirely simple, but like definitely like on a fundamentals level, I think he has a lot of like, but he has a lot of monkey copter, like a lot of like things like that. Like there's definitely a decent bit of like mechanical stuff going on there.
Yeah, there's not to say that any character is like, oh, you can just like chew on your control and you're fine, but
I mean,
but the way like if there's a difference between like input dexterity and versus game plan. And the game plan for Pomme is constantly fluctuating, whether or not you have like notes online, whether or not you have down B online, that kind of stuff. While for Hodan, that isn't part of your game plan. Your game plan is just something frequent that you're doing all at once, which is charging.
Yeah, you hold down.
Yeah.
I would love to see Keeb use a down B more in combos just in general. It's not something, I think it's underutilized by Pomme players in general.
Yeah, I can see that.
But it does leave you vulnerable if you get knocked off stage.
Yeah, it's
also,
a reset
I like the
thing.
stage pick here for Keeb because like you just like again not letting people land is great because Pomme can shark you if you're trying to land for sure.
Yeah, pretty consistent.
And just like catch your landing like that dash attack catches landings like very well. That was a fucked up parry. Why were you allowed to get that out?
What do we got?
Oh no!
Oh.
It despawned just too late. Normally, there's actually a pretty large grace period for Pomme's down special. Not the same for Hodan's sweat spirits actually have a pretty bad grace period, but Pomme's down special definitely does. But fortunately, just you're not gonna catch that. But Upper gonna catch that stalk out here.
Yeah, unfortunately, like hard DI is straight in, where it's getting sent straight up from that up Baron.
Yeah, Upper has a built-in angle flipper because she needs it.
Yeah, of course. And the Nair instantly getting parried as well. Just no offense allowed to be started, which
my god.
These Nairs are a pretty good button, but Kiba's just playing a
Oh my
lot more
fucking
grounded.
god! Stop landing aerialing, please.
Nair's a pretty good button, but when Kiba's just playing the way that the float mechanic works, right, where you get to basically use your aerials as ground moves, but then also have access to ground.
Yeah, you can cancel them
options.
directly into like you can get parry out so fast as Pomme out of like doing an aerial or out of float. Like it's very. It should be frame 7, I think, but I feel like it's faster.
It definitely feels faster, and it's definitely.
I don't know if there's something weird about that because she should have 4 frames of landing flag touching the ground, but it feels so much faster than that. And I don't know if there's something weird with how it works mechanically or not. But unfortunate. Although the down B actually did come back online just in time there. Good to see treetops here. A lot of Pommes like this stage. Kiba's less in favor of this stage. I honestly agree. I think this stage isn't as cooked for Pomme as some Pommes go for it, but for Hodan, I mean, this is I should talk about Plushy's stage pick here instead, because that's her picking it, and I definitely think for Hodan, flat sights are nice. Like you can cover if someone tries to cover that left flat there, like fair.
Yeah, I think it just plays into the oh, that's unfortunate, but it still worked out anyway for Keeb. I think Prime is just kind of taking this as like you have less windows to get caught just purely getting juggled, which means you have more windows to reestablish Hodan's neutral, to reestablish time to charge. Like having these tall platforms plays into what the game plan that they have been doing most frequently, which has been a lot of like just spending a lot of time like up being into sweat spirits and doing the Hodan things and just being a little bit funny.
Yeah, Hodan just like chills up in the sky, and you're like, how do I hit Hodan?
Yeah, we have an air character and our secret air character.
Yeah.
Just how it rolls.
What is water if not condensed air?
That is exactly what it is, in fact. It's close enough. Still, the weak hitbox of that up special, not gonna do it quite yet. You got a couple chances to down tilt here. Very seldom chances to like be on the same horizontal plane as Pomme sometimes. You gotta take this while you can. Hodan's got big enough hitboxes though to contest the close to the ground floats though.
Yeah, for sure.
Parries. Oh my god. It's so hard to establish.
Oh my.
It's so hard to establish control.
Keeb has just been bullying. Like has like to call it. But yeah, Keeb has just been calling out like with parries on all these. Like no fear.
Yeah, you gotta wonder like must be like a lot of timing there, like actually timing out the parry punish with your own parry. You know, it works, but you're so susceptible whenever the note field is there. Just so much coverage, so much availability,
Yeah.
and so much power behind that forward air, and the Vincent coverage as well helps out. He taking
It's
that
gonna be game.
3-2-1. Oof.
Up next we have